This is a reflection on mindfulness of shopping and mindfulness of what's called panic buying. And the two easily, in such times that we are living in, can get fused together. Calmness of being, clarity of heart and mind, our steadiness is a genuinely beneficial and supportive way to shop for yourself and in a certain way on behalf of others as well. So you keep it as a real priority. I need to shop, I need to provide food for myself, for my partner, husband, wife, for the children, for the elderly parents, for those in need. In the application of your attention to the shopping, there may well be, particularly in the big stores, supermarkets, a lot of anxiety, panic, people rushing around, spending significant sums of money, piling up the supermarket trolley, one or two of them, dominated by fear. Fear of going hungry in the future, fear of not having enough, and little, unfortunately, consideration nor appreciation of those who can barely have enough money to buy food for today or for the next 2 or 3 days, let alone 2 or 3 weeks, even months ahead. It will take some trust. It will take some forethought about what is appropriate for you. And that present, that means your presence. What do I need to buy? What is valuable and supportive? Do make sure that every penny, every cent, every euro, every shekel, every rupee that you spend on food is food which will give nourishment to your being, which is healthy and supportive, and you stay as much as you can true to the basics. Fairly easy, that which gives them protein, that which gives you vitamins, that which gives support to your energy, that which supports you in terms of the varieties of foods that are available. And if you stay quietly steady and true to that, so the sweeter things of life, shall we say, maybe a little, but you've got the balance right. The real priority is food, which is nourishing and lasting. And that will give extra strength. It will reduce the pressures and demands on the vulnerability of the health service at this time, because you're really taking care with diet. Never underestimate the vast numbers of people who have to and rely upon and dependent upon our health system. A major factor in ill health is the impact and the relationship, the troubled relationship with food. Overweight, obesity, junk food, processed food, high blood pressure, heart disease. What goes into our mouth? Alcohol, tobacco, cigarettes. All of that on this small human body, organic, cellular, is vulnerable. It can't handle years and years of abuse. In the end, it will generate the protest, the cancer. It will generate the heart attack, generate all manner of other sicknesses, and make us vulnerable to viruses as well. So we regard food, and sometimes the real change in the diet takes a little while, but one really appreciates healthy changes. You can have an extraordinary beneficial diet, if you wish, through being vegetarian. You can have an extraordinary healthy diet, if you wish, by concentrating fully and totally on the plant-based diet. So the considerations are there when you go shopping. Have a sense of what do I need? What would be supportive? You look at and check out what are the vegetables, what are the fruits which are particularly good for maintenance of the body, for the strengthening of the whole being. And there is plenty of good food around which supports your immune system. And though it costs a little more, but it's not that big a difference, organic food. All of that is part of an exploration at this time and hopefully in the long term as well. Make your list out. Be steady, as I mentioned, not to get caught in the panic buying. Come home. When you are at home, prepare the food well there. And freely talk about it. Feel the nourishment of the food. And the time around the table, if you're sharing, if you're living with others. Really ask and invite, and with the children as well if they are there, all the support, so that there is a communication which is going on, and the happiness and the nourishment and the sharing through the collective, let's say of the family in this case, meeting and talking together, will give support through the day as well. So your journey, your pilgrimage really, to the locations of food, make that a real mindfulness journey for yourself. And similarly, response if you're giving support to others and bringing others food as well elsewhere. Human beings, we rely on food for our nourishment, we rely on food for our health. Make it a real priority, a real mindfulness practice, day by day. Here, there's a real opportunity for this. It can make a precious deep difference to life in the short and long term. Eat mindfully, eat well, be nourished.